fine.
Alright, I'm Zach Robledo, and I'm going to be cooking chicken thighs today. I'm going to be baking them to keep the skin crunchy and the inside moist. So, before I do this, let me wash my hands. It's like 30 seconds or whatever it is. The ABCs, I think you're supposed to say twice, but it's like 30 seconds. So. So while the oven is preheating, I'm going to prepare these by putting on ham on a cooking rack so it doesn't stick. That should be alright. It was a total of $5.28 for 4 chicken thighs, which means it was about $1.32 per serving, and they were kept at Publix at around 42 to 45 degrees temperature, Fahrenheit, of course. I brought them home from Publix and put them into my fridge for about 20 minutes, and the fridge is around 40 degrees, 38 I think is what it actually is. And here we go. I'm going to be washing these off so there's no bacteria or anything on there. Obviously, it was kept in a simple Publix brand packaging with plastic and styrofoam. It was probably packaged at Publix. They probably got it in bulk. And while the oven is still preheating, I'll just talk about what the muscle is. The muscle is obviously the thigh of a chicken. It comes from the leg. I chose to pick this and season it with kickin' chicken just because I like spicy food, and chicken's just a good choice. So I'm just gonna season it with the kickin' chicken, and that should be alright. Now, just gotta wait for the oven to be done. Alright, so the oven is done preheating. It's at 425. I'm cooking it at 425. So it can reach the internal temperature of around 165 to 185, and it's going to be baking for around 30 minutes, so it does reach that temperature and it'll stay crispy and moist. So they cooked for about 40 to 45 minutes, a little bit longer than I expected due to the fact that they were a little bit frozen. I've already measured their temperature at 165, but I'll show it again for the video's sake.
Maybe you're just a fantastic love, right? No. I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe you should go back to your best friend Bender or a club cop. What do you say, Bubblegum? Hell no.
Oh, it's hopeless. I did something so great that it won Leela's heart, and I'll never, ever know what it was. My life is empty.
Probably cooled down a little bit, but it was at 160.
It's just good.
No wonder we failed to stop the time skips. Diverting chronicons is mathematically impossible. I knew I should have checked your showboating globetrotter algebra.
Man, I thought you knew that algebra was all razzmatazz. A globetrotter always saves the good algebra for the
it cooled down around 5 degrees, but it was at 165 when it was done cooking. So now I'm going to let it sit for about 5 minutes to let it cool down.
Go ahead.
I'm going to put it back in just for like another 10 to 20 minutes due to the fact that that one had run red instead of clear like chicken should run. So it's going to go back in for another 10 to 20 minutes depending on the juices. Like I said, it was frozen, so it probably will take a little bit longer, but probably 10 to 15 more minutes and it should be done. I put it in for another 5 to 10 minutes after, because the juices were running a little bit red rather than clear, even though it did hit the internal temperature of 165. So now it should be around 185. Around 180, and let's check all four, make sure they're all around the same temperature.
Close to the bone.
This one's a little bit warmer.
At 185.
185. And 178. So they're all about done. I'm going to let them sit for about 5 to 10 minutes to cool down, and then I will be storing it in this glass container that is completely washed. I did wash it, it's just not on camera, and covering it in tin foil and putting it in my fridge, of course. And that's the end of the video.